have a wee chat because we're in lockdown because you know COVID-19 because coronavirus. It's my favourite thing, Cardi B. Yeah, I'm just going to show you my skincare routine. Get ready with me because literally we've got nothing else to do. Well, we do, but like go on a walk, do workouts, clean my room. That's about it. So we're starting this at 3:23. So this is my bag. Wow, I know, interesting. Probably saw it in the thumbnail. I'll just go through it when I'm doing it. When I do it, sorry, I'm actually gonna have to set it out because I will get confused on the order of what I do stuff in. So I know, amazing. And some of this stuff you probably shouldn't even use like on your skin. Like some of it probably I would say it's a bit risky, but we're gonna do it anyway because why not? I keep cutting my head off when I move forwards, but it's fine because that'll be wonky anyway. I'm not like legit yet, so yeah. Okay, we're just gonna start off. Oh, I don't know what one to start off with though. Like I'm gonna have to cut out all this. We're gonna start with this. We do this actually. Like this really helps. We've almost used the whole bottle. I thought I had another bottle at my dad's, but apparently I don't. So have that for us. We've run out because you're not allowed to go out unless it's an essential item. Yeah, it's simple. Why am I showing you? Like, it's simple, kind of skin smoothing face toner. Basically, I use this brush. It's a highlighting brush, but I use it for skincare. It's a Ted Baker brush. Like anyone cares. Yeah, so I just use it and I legit just. This is gonna go awful. I normally do this in my bedroom. I just saw it drip. I just saw it drip twice. So I basically just, and everyone always forgets about, I basically put it on like this and then use my hands anyway. I don't know, because I don't really do much makeup. This makes me feel like I'm doing makeup, I guess, but obviously I'm not, so. Yeah, just rub it on. Okay, so let's actually talk about what's going on. This is mental. Okay, so if you, I guess not even from the UK, just from Northern Ireland. If you're not from Northern Ireland, you don't know about like the 11th and the 12th. I'm not gonna get into it because it's a whole big thing. But like basically, there's a boney on a bonfire on the 11th. Like not just one singular one. Like there's ones all round. Well, not all round, but all round Northern Ireland, like around the Protestant areas. And my granny always says, sorry, side note, everyone always forgets about their neck and then they get a wrinkly neck, which is true, and they get a wrinkly neck when they're older and they think they're doing fine because they've done their face, but they're not because then they've got a wrinkly neck. So anyway, there's bonfire, but this year has been the first year. This is the first time the 11th has been cancelled since I think World War I or World War II. Like this is on every single year, like without fail, and this is the first year like everyone was like, are you joking, like you can't cancel the 11th, but obviously coronavirus, I can't do it. That was awful. It's here, so they can't really like risk people's lives to like send everybody off, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that means like the 12th and stuff's gonna be cancelled. The 12th is, but you know what confuses me? You like the boney at midnight on the 11th, so it's technically the 12th anyway. But right, okay. Yeah, then the 12th's like bands and stuff. Basically, it used to be quite, I don't really know the backstory to it, so I'm not gonna get proper into it. But well, I do, but you know, it used to be more of a violent thing, whereas now people just go, they drink, people take their kids, like it's a good wee day out, I guess night out technically. And then there's always like a mini one for like the kids, and then that gets lit way earlier. That gets lit, let's say like 8-ish o'clock, but it's cancelled this year. Oh, okay. Another thing. Did you hear about that wee? Obviously everyone heard about him. The wee old bloke. He was like 99 from World War II. Well, I'm assuming World War II. Like that is classic. He just walked. But see, I was first of all just like, well, he's just walking around his garden 100 times. Like not that impressive. Then you think like he's 99, and then you think apparently his garden's really big. So I don't know, like but he did it over 4 days, but still that's impressive. Like imagine being, my brother said to me, we were in the garden yesterday, and he said to me, Sinead, you come to me when you're, he's older than me, he said, you come to me when you're 99 and you try to do 100 laps around the garden, and then you come to me and tell me what you think. And my dad goes, well, that'd be impressive because you'd be 100 by then. So I think he was like, I'll beat you or something at it. My dad was like, make sure you try. So we're gonna go from this to hopefully more of a girl. Like I don't really be, I'm like, my hair looks crazy, but I promise you, like it's not really. My, like if you know me, you know it's not like I don't like to be a girl. It's that it's hard to like act like a girl and like dress like a girl and like, do you know what I'm saying? Like it just isn't, it just doesn't come to me naturally. Like I don't just wake up and I'm like, it's time to be a girl. Like it's easy, like do makeup. I wish, oh my word, I wish I could do makeup like so badly. Like I just, but then I also don't want to get like, not obsessed with it, but like proper, like I can't leave my house without it. Because then I feel bad for girls who are like that. Like yeah, I can't leave my house without makeup, and I'm like, boo, why not? Like people have seen you before the day that you did the makeup, like without makeup. How do you do this? I don't know if these are meant to go like, okay, I actually don't know how to say this, I'm sorry. But I don't know if these are meant to go in water to like dissolve, or you just want to rip it. There's oil inside of them. My granny gave me them ages ago. Oh, I'm nervous. Oil's everywhere. Just like rub it on my face. Like I don't understand the concept of it. Like, because then what is this thing? Is it just like hold it in? But then if it was just to hold it in, would you not just put it in like a ball? I really don't know. I'm also sorry, like I go off track so easily. Like I have such bad focus on it. Yeah, I was gonna say not even focus, but like there really is. Like it's just everything. Like I'm very forgetful, but then it really irritates me when I forget what I was talking about. And then I'm just like, yeah, right, great. But then people, like, I hate them. I do it all the time now, but I hate when people cut me off and so I'm like saying something and they're like, blah, 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 like, and I'm like, felt like I was talking and then they come in and talk, but I do it all the time, so. I don't do it all the time, but then I do it when I know I'm about to forget something and it's like an important thing, but then by the time they let me talk, I've forgotten it, so it doesn't really matter anyway. What you say to me? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really like, look at that, like that looks awful, like, I'm definitely not Acne Pro, but I'm not really Spot Pro, like, I get a couple sometimes, but it's not like bad. My brother has, he's really insecure about his skin, but he has quite bad skin, but it's gotten a lot better. He has quite bad skin, but he's on like medication and stuff for it. But like I was always like, he always had like skinniness and like everything, and then he always had bad skin. That was like his bad trait. And then I was always fat, but I always had good skin, so we always had something that the other person had that we didn't. But that's always the way in the world. It's always the way in the world. That's always the way the world works. Yeah, but okay, next topic. You know what's good? I don't know if it's good or bad, because some people, why is it so, the sun, gotta, for a reckon, I don't know, we're just gonna have to deal with it this way, sorry. But, oh no, you can't, that is so irritating. Literally I can't fix it, like the sun's just gonna come in that way. What you said to me, yeah. Is that fine? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call this out. Yeah, with skills, so I know people who revised, not their whole life, but from like first year to like now, so they've just like, what, this is actually certain. Like they've like not wasted 5 years of their life, but like technically, yeah, like wasted 5 years of their life, like revising. I was never, oh this is bad, like it's not like, I was never that kind of girl who revised, but like I wasn't, so like I don't feel like I've wasted any time. I used to use a different one, it was still Olay, but it was like, it was a conditioner like milk, but it was like an anti-wrinkle one. This is like, it's not new, like it's half empty, but I ran like the other one, it's Mild Everyday Cleansing, Gentle Cleanser. Yeah, I know people, there's just one specific girl I have in mind, and she revises like 24/7, like revises all the time, like it sometimes doesn't come out with us, just to revise, and I'm like, boo, like, oh, I just got that everywhere. your exams like don't determine who you are. Like if you miss out, you're only a teenager once, like, and if you miss out on them years, you've missed out on them years. Whereas you can do GCSEs. I know you shouldn't have, like, there's no point not doing them to then do them again, but like you gotta get a healthy balance. Like people don't really care if you get 6 A's in a subject. Not in a subject, in your subjects. Like you get 6 A's and then 2 B's and then an A star or whatever. Or if you just pass the subject. So if you just pass it, then you're fine. Like, I think people worry too much these days as well. Especially there's not that many, well, yes, there's a lot of jobs going, but there's so many people in the world. Like there couldn't be enough jobs for everyone to do something. But yeah, I don't know what I think, but I'm pretty sure I'm happy about it. Like, I'm pretty sure. But I feel like everyone just needed this time to like switch off and chill, and I don't know, but I feel like we've never been so distant, obviously, and far away, and so united at the same time. Like, it's so weird. Like, I mean, the whole world, not just individual households, but I guess individual households too. Like, but yeah, everyone's never been so like far away from each other, but so together at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you're like next door neighbor, like even if they're not old, like maybe they have a condition or something, and they can't get out to the shops. You're like, do you want me to go out for you? Obviously not me, but like other people who can like drive and stuff. Do you want me to go out for you? Do you want me to go to shop for you? And whatever. And people don't even realise how much. And people are finally like appreciating the NHS. But you know what my thing is? Like well done NHS, like brave. But they have like, I guess not most like amazing facilities at the minute, because it is a lot of money they're spending. But see, what about all them workers like working like Sainsbury's, Asda, Tesco, Lidl, M&S, like all them ones, Aldi. We don't have Aldi, but you know, this cream. Okay, we're gonna get back onto it. This cream is like, I don't think you should use it. I don't. It really helps like when I have spots, for the spots to go away. But I don't think you're supposed to use it on your skin. But I do it anyway. So yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's like mosquito cream. I think it's like mosquito cream. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that's what it is. So, but I use it on my face. Like, it really helps my skin. So yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, Karen. Sorry, Karen. I'm talking to myself. But I feel like people aren't appreciating like the postmen who have to go door to door and touch everyone's doors. Like, they don't have any protection. And the thing people don't realise are like, you need to get gloves, whatever. You need to change your gloves every time you touch a package, every time you touch a door. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have to have like a million gloves for like an individual. So I don't know. Like, you can't take enough precautions. People also, the world's not shutting down. Like, I know it's shutting down, but it's not shutting down enough. Like, I don't think you should be able to get, I think the only thing you should be able to get, I think you should only be able to get deliveries. Like, I don't think you should be able to go out to the shops and buy stuff. Like, that's too risky. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, people from all of, I say like far too much, people from like every different household can go to the shops, and they're risking, like, they don't know if they have coronavirus. So, COVID-19, sorry. So we'll just have to see what happens. Like, hopefully, obviously it's really sad. Obviously it's really sad, Sinead, at me. But like, we haven't had a pandemic for so long. And it's so weird to see the way the world's working in a pandemic. Like, to see the different people and the different way people react, and like, if people are helping people or they're just caring about themselves. Like, even though you don't see it, like, this is what I was talking to my dad about yesterday. Like, it's mental. People went to war to fight for us, okay? People actually lost their lives by being, like, obviously people are losing life in this, but it's like, people are actually lost their lives by like being shot, or like being in the war, like having trench foot, or like whatever. And people can't even stay at home to save people's lives. Like, that's how you, like, ungrateful. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is teaching people like gratitude. Like, this is teaching people that we need to be grateful for what we've got in lives, even if we even if we think it's not a lot. Like, even having a wee roof over your house and your head, even live in like a 1-bedroom apartment and you've got 4 kids, like, you're still lucky to have that 1-bedroom apartment. Like, people don't realise that we're so lucky for what we've got. Like, having food in our, even if we've only got 1 meal a day, we've at least got that 1 meal a day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people took, even me, like I took everything like so much for granted. Like I took having friends for granted, I took having family for granted, I took being able to go out for granted, I took being able to drive as a woman for granted. Like I took just everything for granted. For granted, is that what it is? Yeah, like I just was like, yep, I've got this, like I don't need to fight for it. Like not fight for it, but you know what I'm saying? Like people were not thankful for anything. People just expected stuff, especially in this day and age. People were just like, yep, I've got this, and just like lived their life. Like I can drive, I'm fine. Like even education, like I strongly disliked school. Like school was okay in like 4th and 5th year. We never got homeworks. Like I think I stopped getting homework in the October of year 11, but we like people are just taking it like that. I'm just thankful. I'm actually thankful, not thankful that this happened, obviously, like people die, like it's actually like a horrible, like a horrific thing that's happening, but I'm thankful that it's showing people gratitude. Like I'm thankful that people are realizing that you're taking everything for granted, and I'm thankful that people are realising that they do need to stay at home, and they can't just go for 10 walks a day, and they can't go to the shops 8 times a day because they've got nothing else to do. Stay at home, because next time you could have a bad disease, and that someone staying home could be the decision of your life or your death. Do you know what I'm saying? Not your decision, not your decision, sorry, you're the decider of you living or dying. Someone staying at home, like that's insane. Like that's insanity, and people are just leaving their house to go for a walk 10 times a day, or they're just leaving their house to go to their friend's house. No, stay at home. Like it's not hard. We're being asked to stay. Like I know, and it's not just staying at home. Like it really is like like it's really bad for everyone's mental health. But if you just do stuff that isn't, like if you just clean your room, if you take up new hobbies, like I've took up painting, I've took up this, like just. I haven't really took up cooking, I always cook. Like I took up meditation, like I took up new workouts, like taken up, I don't know. But just realise that I think people are just being more thankful and realising in life that you don't just deserve to get everything. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm here today, so I deserve to be able to go to college, tech, university, like be able to go to school, like for free. And I always was just like, yeah, well, I'd rather live in this is a bad mindset, but I was like, I would rather just live in them countries where I didn't have to go to school and I could just stay at home. Boo, what? Don't be so ungrateful. Like, why are you so rude? Like, but it was just my mindset. Like, I'm not gonna lie about it. And be like, yep, I'm amazing. Like, I never thought any of these things. But you know, sorry, I just want to rant. Like, people, you can skip that part if you want. Like, well, you can do whatever you want. You can click off this video if you really want to, like, but probably have. Like, yeah, I just think it's showing people gratitude, and yeah, I think that'll make the world, and I think this will either break the world or make the world by the time we come out of here, like, because we are going to be in here for a good bit. Like, everyone's like, I cannot, but I think the times went so fast, but I cannot believe that everyone thought we were going to be in here for, like, a few weeks. Like, the government knew that we were going to be in here for ages, and everyone was like, we'll be fine, just wait for the 3 weeks. I'm just waiting for every 3 weeks to pass by, like, but it really isn't much to ask when you think about it in the long run. Like, stay in our house for up to maybe 3 months, or the whole human race die. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we will. I don't think God will let that happen, but yeah, we just gotta see what happens. Like, nobody's gonna want to watch this video. Like, I just wanted a full rant about nothing. I feel like this is a good time to, like, learn a language. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone is saying that they don't have enough. No, I'm about to go bed. I'll go bed. I'll go sit and sleep. Maybe actually probably gonna go sit outside. Wow, I know. What a whole transformation. Not really. Took the hair down, did some skincare, but a top on. Well, not a top, a new top. Hope you enjoyed it.